The mountains can be beautiful, but one wrong turn, one lost trail.
John, you just follow this?
And the adventure can turn into danger. That's why knowing the basics of navigation, reading a map, understanding a compass, finding your bearings isn't just useful, it's essential. Because when the landscape becomes unfamiliar, your skills are the difference between getting lost and finding your way home. So after the last video, which was eventful to say the least, we thought the best thing to do was to get straight back out again. We're going to do a route we've never done before and climb a mountain we've never climbed before. And we're going to use some old school navigation of a map and a compass. Normally this would be a wild camping video, but after the last time out and my tent pole snapping, it's been downgraded to a hike. We started in Silent Valley and the plan is to go up Wee Binnian, then on to Big Binnian, and then back down to the side of the reservoir at Silent Valley. But I'm not alone in doing this. I'm joined by regular contributor to the channel, Big John, and Scotty. If you don't know Scotty carried a washing machine the whole length of the West Highland Way. He also has a bit of a military background, so he should know a bit more than me, hopefully. Let's get into it. So that's Wee Binnian just behind me there. But before we get to Wee Binnian, you actually go over another wee summit. It's called Moolieve. So that'll be our first port of call, Moolieve. That mountain got its name because years ago, probably centuries ago, there was a cow used to stay up here and it used to scare off hikers. So a group of people got together to try and get rid of it, and they all come up and they just started shouting Moolieve, and it's stuck ever since.
So even just putting the compass on the map, as long as the straight edge of the compass goes up the northern lines, and then, as I said to John earlier on, the red in the shed, the red arrow into the red shed, that's the map orientated. So as soon as you can take that off, and basically when you're standing here, because we're nowhere at Moolieve, we've got the reservoir to your left, you've got Wee Binnian slightly off 12 o'clock in front of you, and then away we go up towards Slieve Binnian itself. So that's the map orientated, and it's as easy as that.
Before you start to climb, what's the first thing you're looking for on the map?
So in the military we got taught, you know, along the corridor and up the stairs. So you can see the easting lines here are starting from west and then moving over to the east. So, and they'll have numbers on them as you go along. So you got like 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And then when you go from south to north, they're called the northings, and you have the lines 21, 22, 23, 24. Now I said to John earlier, what would be the 4-figure grid reference of Moolieve mountain that we're standing in? So you come along, so that's number 31, and as you go up it would be 21. So we are 4-figure grid reference, we're in 31, 21, and that's us there within a kilometre, and we know we're at Moolieve because we've already stood here.
So that's your direction of travel.
That's your direction of travel.
Right.
Moolieve
Okay.
all the way up to Wee Binnian Tor. All right.
Yeah.
So there. So then what we're going to do is with the red facing up, you turn the bezel so that the lines are facing the lines on the map that are going up and down. All right.
The blue lines.
Blue lines, yeah.
Yeah.
The wee thin lines. So you line that up the best you can. So that's going from, make sure that Moolieve all the way up to Wee Binnian. So if we even stand up now
Hold that flat.
and turn it flat,
Yeah.
you can see that the red's in the shed, but the directional arrow
Straight.
is look where we're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that middle bit? It's like a magnifying glass.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can zoom that in and out, and you can see there, obviously trails, the contour lines. If the contour lines are very, very thin, it means that you're going up steep. If it goes out kind of flat there, like if you look at Moolieve, where we're standing, we're inside a little like egg, flat at the top, that's where we're standing here. So then as you can see, the route that we've got to take now, it kind of goes down into a beelac of our dip, and then follow the wall all the way up, and that's then how it's going steep, 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 all the way up to Wee Binnian, 460 metres, and then it goes super steep then up to the South Tor, and that'll get a lung burster there. And then if the weather does come in, you've got a thing called back bearings. So we've just done that one there, so it's actually working at 30. So if the weather comes back in at 210, so we can then just say, right, the weather's terrible, we want to get back to the car park.
Go to 210.
You put the
follow
white
back.
or put the white into the red.
Yeah.
Follow the directional arrow.
Yeah.
Where's it taking you?
Right back.
Taking you back.
Yeah.
So that's called a back bearing.
Yeah.
Take
See if
it-
you're not holding it straight or flat, it knocks off the burn.
Or
Because I had
with smartwatches and compasses and
Metal.
everything else and metal and
Yeah.
cameras, it can move the actual, because it's magnetic.
yeah.
We're working off magnetic north,
Yeah.
not true north. That's why you have to add the grid magnetic angle.
Because I was holding, it was sending me.
Yep.
Whereas once I got it level, it was taking me straight back.
Sometimes as well, it's best to give it just a little, because normally and just let it settle, and then you know where you're going.
No, that's interesting.
And that's that there, mate. So we know that basically we're
Yeah.
going up there. What was it? Another 100 metres of incline to get to Wee Binnian. It looks like we're going to skirt round to the left, get round that obstacle, and then once we're at the other side, we'll take another bearing up to
Yeah.
Binnian, and away we go.
Away we go.
And that's how we do it.
Brilliant.
Now that we've went over the basics of navigation, it's time to head deeper into the mountains, where the conditions are set to get a lot more challenging. So that's Wee Binnian done. We're just coming off the side of it now. We've got to follow this wall right up to the top of Binnian. Looks steep. How you feeling?
I'm tired,
Tired?
but all good.
All good.
We'll get there.
How you feeling, John?
Actually, alright, not too bad.
What do you think of the route? Never done it before?
Never done it. No, brilliant. The Moolieve is steeper than I thought. I always thought it was just a wee hill, not really a mountain.
Yeah.
No, it's just straight in, hard pounding as soon as you go up it. And the views actually from Wee Binnian, from this side, looking over, seen it a million times from different areas, but it just changes the whole aspect of the Mournes. Lovely. Good clear day. We've had 43 days of rain, in case you haven't noticed.
So as John touched on there, it's the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. I know. But it has rained every single day in 2026 here in Northern Ireland. It's the wettest on record. So brilliant to get an absolutely fantastic dry day with no wind. Who needs maps, eh?
Just chatting about the importance of having a whistle in the mountains. Again too, signals, phones might damage, you could be involved in a fall. Carrying a whistle in the mountains is very important. It goes back to ancient times, so 6 long whistle blasts is a sign that you need assistance. If the person who heard that, who's coming to assist you, hears that, he replies back with 3 whistle blasts, and that continues until you try and locate the person. And again too, in the Mournes, there's probably a few people who get hurt in mountain rescue, might need to call in a helicopter. So if you need assistance, sometimes the helicopter will take a while to find a group of people on the mountain. It'll come by you maybe and have a look at you. Either you make a Y that you want assistance and need assistance, or a diagonal with your arms to say that you're okay, you don't need assistance. And then they'll fly by and hopefully find the injured party. Look at that.
You alright?
Just to give you an idea how deep this snow is, you see this. Oh. So Scotty, if the snow comes down sort of as it has today, and you sort of can't see the clear path, how would you navigate your way to where you want to go?
Well, you've already done your bearings in advance. You've already planned your route. So you know exactly where you are on the map at any one time. So if that cloud does come in, we know where we are. We know we've got that wall beside us. We know that we're heading up there an extra 200 metres to get to the summit of Slieve Binnian. So we just need to follow that. And what have we got at the top as markers? Big massive points of granite. Yeah. So we know where we are. But again too, if the weather does come back in, we can go ERV, emergency rendezvous, always head down. I was saying to John, even if you're lost or navigationally challenged, if you find a stream, follow it downhill. Streams always go downhill. That'll take you to civilization somewhere and get you back safely.
So preparation before you even set off is key, really?
Preparation, 7 P's we used to work on. You know, I mean, prior planning and preparation prevents piss poor performance.
There you go.
So, so if you do the work right, there's nothing more important than spending time looking at the map. Know how to work your map and compass. And that's another thing too, they do come in the mountains a lot unprepared, and they do get in trouble. And it's not just they get in trouble, they're relying for another 12 men or women to voluntarily come up and bring them back safely.
In mountain rescue?
Mountain rescue, that's that there. Or fellow hikers and walkers that jump in and give them a hand. So people come up like in Tesco's bags and Crocs and everything else. Even if it's a nice sunny day, you know what it's like here, the weather can change in an instant. You know, people forget too, you know, the mountain rescue, they're voluntary, so once that call goes in, it'll take roughly between 2 and 3 hours for the team to be called together, then come and get you. Yeah. So you've got to be able to sustain yourself here. Either dress your injury you've got yourself, get yourself established so you're nice and warm in a bivy bag, and you can always let emergency rescue know where you are. That's why it was vital when we were chatting earlier on about the 4-figure grid reference, so you can direct them into a kilometre, and then a 6-figure grid reference, you can pinpoint them to 100 metres. You've just got to be prepared. Don't take stupid risks. Just go and enjoy the mountains, what they're here for, but know your limits.
Man down.
Fucking nearly.
Buried.
Had to put my coat and hat on. It's getting really cold the further we get up here. Snow's really deep. But sure, it's brilliant. What else would you be doing on Valentine's Day? How are we getting on so far, lads?
It's
Have you even got babbers?
It's very challenging today. Yeah, it just proves too, like, that's another thing with a map. Looks as straightforward on a map. Now you're only going to 80p. You don't have to deal with this.
Exactly.
Up to your knees, but
That's 4 or 5 feet of snow.
that's part of the adventure. But hey,
Keep going.
if anybody would like to donate a couple of lungs,
Time for a bit of lunch. What we got today? Old Northern Ireland staple. Potato, cheese and onions. Couple of ham bops. Made by my good self. Look at that. What makes this even better is the view right in front of us. Where do you see this? What's the plan after this? Straight down?
Straight down.
Silent Valley Reservoir. Homeward.
Back to that car. At the bottom.
That's lunch in us. Time to hit the trail again. Got the crampons on because it's getting a wee bit icy on the way down here. Obviously this track up to Binnian from this side is very popular, so all the sort of soft snow has been trampled down and sort of formed a layer of ice. So the crampons just give you that extra protection and extra confidence moving in the ice, so we should get down pretty quickly. Some people refer to them as the Binnian pancake stack, or maybe that's just me. So Big Scotty had the nip off just before the summit of Binnian. To be honest, he was struggling a wee bit. Just the depth of the snow makes it so much more difficult on your legs. Yeah, so much more difficult, and your leg muscles get some working out. It's not easy. So he's just nipped off. He's going to meet us down at Carrick Little, and we're going to continue on in our planned route. But him being the chief navigator, the expert in map reading, let's hope we get back ourselves. Where'd John go? That's us just coming off Binnian now, heading down towards Ben Crumb Reservoir, which is just adjacent to Silent Valley Reservoir. So hard work's done. All downhill from here, as I say. Oh, watch where you're going, Scott. Oh. So that's us back at Silent Valley Car Park. Just want to say a big massive thank you to Scotty for showing us the basics of navigation today. I for one have learned quite a lot, a good bit more than I previously did anyway. So I'm going to take that knowledge and keep it in there for the next wild camp. Should anything go wrong, at least we'll know the basics of how to get ourselves back safe. The new tent pole has arrived, so we need to get that fixed. I actually have a new tent en route as well, and I have some really exciting news I want to share with you, but can't do it just yet. Waiting on confirmation on a few things. So camping videos will be back, don't worry about that. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Hope you've maybe learned something yourselves, and stay safe out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Now, where did I park the car?